Good evening, everyone. This is Miroku, your narrator from the One Who Inherits Miroku's Will channel. Thank you sincerely for watching again tonight. This evening, I would like to present an interpretation edition of the Hitsuki Shinji, the Sun and Moon Revelations. As these are my own personal interpretations, I kindly ask for your understanding. Please note that when translating from Japanese to English, there may be some differences in nuance between the two languages. We kindly ask for your understanding. Additionally, this video provides subtitles in English, Tamil, and Thai. However, since they rely on YouTube's automatic translation feature, there may be occasional discrepancies in wording. Now then, let us begin. Interpretation Edition. Hitsuki Shinji, Volume 1, Uetsumaki. Second Chapter 2. Because God, the parent, loves the people, the children, He gives them the journey of life's hardships so that their souls may grow. Yet many have been defeated by suffering and have spiritually fallen. God trains humanity with compassion, but laments how far they have strayed. Even mice can sense a little of what lies ahead, yet humans have become so dulled in spirit that they can no longer see even what is right before them. The clouding of the heart blocks intuition and the voice of God. This is an admonition to awaken. Even if food runs out, as long as one follows the heavenly way, God's law, and refrains from killing, one will not die. The suffering will not last long. Endure, even if you must survive on tree roots. Spiritual purity is more important than physical hardship. God promises to protect life. Every dark night is followed by dawn. God sees through all things. Therefore do not fear. The current turmoil is temporary and will certainly pass. Even if unseen by others, good deeds will be repaid 1,000 or 10,000-fold by God. Therefore, serve your nation and others without seeking recognition. This is the way of the true people of God. Not superficial virtue, but sincere service is required. A good world will eventually come, an age in which people live in harmony with nature. Yet many will lose patience before then and fall into disorder. True freedom and abundance must wait until the divine age arrives. Acting prematurely on one's own impulses leads one off the path. If humanity does not follow God's teachings, the entire world may have to be plunged once into a sea of mud, a state of chaos and destruction. Therefore, return at once to the true divine heart. This is God's earnest plea. Now is a turning point. When the spiritually blind lead the blind, they cannot find the right path. Those who awaken first must become vessels of God. Awaken your spirit and live as a guide for others. This is the command. The path of evil appears easy at first, but eventually turns into great suffering. In contrast, although the right path is hard in the beginning, there is light in its future. True happiness lies beyond the path of sincerity. Human systems, rationing, controls, have limits. God's way, like the sun, is limitless and brings joy to all beings, even plants and trees. The divine way is universal and harmonious, fundamentally different from human institutions. Sunlight is the expression of God's heart. Humans may think they accomplish good through their own wisdom, but in truth, their works are incomplete. A strong critique of human-centered thinking, encouraging humility and devotion to God. Even when things have reached a complete impasse, people still fail to recognize their own errors. This spiritual blindness must be overcome. From God's perspective, it is a source of deep sorrow and frustration. If humanity does not follow God, all will perish, yet such destruction is not God's true wish. That is why these warnings are given in advance. But if people refuse to listen, greater suffering will be required. The hand of salvation is still extended, but grace is not infinite. Even if this time is winter, a season of hardship, spring does not necessarily follow. There are even plans in motion to divide and destroy Japan, a warning against complacency and carelessness. Within the divine nation, Japan, there are foreign souls, elements that do not belong, yet in foreign lands there are also children of God. Judgment is not based on blood or nationality, but on the quality of the soul. When the spiritual rock door, the sealed truth, opens, all will be revealed. When the time comes, God's plan will manifest visibly. June 10th symbolizes an important day of revelation. Hitsuki no Ka, Volume 3, refers to the third scroll of the Sun-Moon writings. Heavenly illumination is praise and encouragement for those who receive divine inspiration. Summary: what this divine message tells us now. God loves humanity like a parent, yet grieves their spiritual decline. Spiritual blindness is far more serious than external suffering. Guidance and help are always present, but if unnoticed, further trials will follow. True faith means serving God unseen, without worldly recognition. Believing spring will come while doing nothing leads to an irreversible future. Salvation lies not in nations or systems, but in the awakening and purification of the soul. How was it for all of you? I have a very important request to share with you here. The interpretations presented in this interpretation edition are solely my own personal understandings. Please do not take them as absolute truth or accept them blindly. There is no single correct way to read the Hitsuki Shinji, the Sun and Moon revelations. What matters most is to read it again and again, allowing new insights to arise each time you revisit it. If you have your own thoughts or interpretations, I would be truly delighted if you shared them in the comments section below. I hope you will look forward to the next episode as well. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to this channel, giving it a like, and sharing it with others. Also, in the description section below, you'll find a link to our Japanese language channel. I would be deeply grateful if you could subscribe, like, and share that channel as well. I humbly ask for your continued support and look forward to a long-lasting connection with all of you. And with that, I shall bring this evening's presentation to a close. Wishing happiness to everyone around the world, and may you have beautiful dreams. This has been Miroku, your narrator from the One Who Inherits Miroku's Will channel.